Hello and welcome to Eurotech Deep Dive. I'm your host, Rachel, and today we're exploring an absorbing story from Europe's tech scene, a company called Bending Spoons. You might not recognize the name right away, but chances are you've used one of their apps. Bending Spoons is an Italian tech company that built a reputation for doing something rare in the industry. They buy struggling digital businesses and turn them around. We're talking about well-known names like Evernote, Meetup, and even AOL. In this episode, we'll break down how they make money, what makes their model unique, and how they have grown from a small Milan startup into one of Europe's most surprising tech success stories. So sit back, this is a story about reinvention, discipline, and the art of the digital comeback. Before we get into their big shopping spree of apps, let's start with how Bending Spoons actually works. Their business model can be summed up in one phrase: acquire and revitalize. They look for digital products that already have millions of users but are underperforming. Maybe the owners ran out of money or lost direction, and they take them over. Then, instead of flipping them for a quick profit, Bending Spoons focuses on holding these assets long-term and making them better and more profitable. They often describe themselves as a revitalizer rather than an investor. Think of them as a tech doctor for sick apps, fixing code, cleaning up operations, and giving these products a second life. Now, what gives them an edge? Three main things: cost efficiency, shared technology, and bold monetization. First, cost efficiency. Bending Spoons is based in Milan, where running costs are far lower than Silicon Valley or New York. When they buy a company, they often move operations to Italy and trim down large, expensive teams. It's not always popular, layoffs make headlines, but it's part of how they keep the products sustainable. After buying Evernote, Meetup, and WeTransfer, for example, they cut staff sharply but managed to stabilize and grow revenue again. Second, shared technology and talent. They employ a few hundred top engineers and data scientists, known internally as spooners, who work across all their products. Instead of every app building its own systems, they share a common infrastructure, things like billing, analytics, and marketing tools. So when one team develops something powerful, say an AI feature or new subscription flow, others can use it too. It's like building a tech platform that supports a family of apps. And third, bold monetization. Bending Spoons is not afraid to raise prices or tighten free plans. When they took over Evernote, they increased the premium plan price. StreamYard, another acquisition, saw its paid tiers jump by nearly 80%. Sure, some users leave, but many stay and revenue climbs. They believe that focusing on committed, paying users keeps these products alive for the long term. That said, they don't just cut and charge, they also improve the products. Take Remini, the AI photo enhancer. Bending Spoons completely rewrote its code and turned it into a top-ranked app worldwide. They've done similar rebuilds with Evernote and other tools, making them faster and more stable. So their secret mix: run lean, share technology, improve quality, and monetize smarter. It's a strategy that's turned Bending Spoons into a profitable mini-conglomerate of digital brands, reportedly bringing in hundreds of millions in annual revenue. Now, let's talk about that shopping spree, the part that's made headlines. Bending Spoons has been on a buying tear since around 2018, snapping up tech names that had fallen on hard times. Each deal follows the same pattern: find a recognizable app, cut inefficiencies, rebuild it with shared resources, and make it profitable again. Let's highlight a few of their biggest moves. Evernote, 2022. Once a Silicon Valley darling, Evernote was struggling to stay relevant. Bending Spoons bought it, laid off the US team, moved operations to Europe, and restructured pricing. Within a year, users began noticing faster updates and new features. Love them or hate them, Bending Spoons made Evernote stable again. Filmic, 2022. This popular video recording app for filmmakers was switched from a one-time purchase model to subscriptions, a bold move that boosted recurring revenue. Meetup, 2024. The platform for local group events had been adrift since its WeWork days. Bending Spoons bought it, promised fresh investment, and modernized the tech, while also consolidating operations in Europe. WeTransfer, 2024. One of the biggest European names they acquired, and one of the most controversial. They bought it for about 700 million euros and cut roughly 3/4 of the staff. But the service itself continues to thrive and turn profit more efficiently than before. Vimeo, 2025. A huge milestone. Bending Spoons bought Vimeo for over $1 billion, taking it private after years of struggle on the stock market. Analysts expect a deep overhaul, focusing on making Vimeo leaner and more profitable, classic Bending Spoon style. AOL, 2025. Yes, that AOL. The once iconic internet pioneer still had millions of email users, and Bending Spoons saw value there. They reportedly paid around $1.5 billion, marking their boldest statement yet, showing the world that a Milan-based company could own some of the internet's most historic brands. When you look at this list, Evernote, Meetup, Vimeo, AOL, WeTransfer, and more, you realize Bending Spoons has quietly built a digital empire. They're not chasing flashy new ideas. They're reviving what others gave up on and making those products work again. It's a strategy that's both disciplined and daring, and so far, it's working. So what's the bigger picture here? Bending Spoons focuses mainly on software that people use every day. Productivity tools, creative apps, social platforms, and utilities. Their portfolio stretches from time tracking and note-taking to file sharing, live streaming, and video hosting. What ties them together is a subscription-based model and loyal user communities. They prefer buying proven products with existing audiences rather than risky startups. Their philosophy is, don't reinvent the wheel. Buy the wheel that's wobbling and make it roll smoother. Looking ahead, Bending Spoons seems intent on becoming Europe's first true tech conglomerate, a company that owns a wide portfolio of digital services under one roof, much like how American and Asian giants operate. There's been speculation that an IPO could be on the horizon, perhaps even in the US market, given their growing valuation and global footprint. But for now, CEO Luca Ferrari insists they're focused on long-term growth, not quick exits. They're also investing heavily in AI, using machine learning to enhance features across their products, from smarter search in Evernote to improved personalization in Vimeo. This could become their next big competitive advantage, helping them not just cut costs, but also innovate faster. Of course, managing so many different products is no small challenge. Each app has its own audience, technology, and culture. Bending Spoons will need to balance efficiency with creativity, ensuring users feel improvements, not just corporate restructuring. But their track record so far shows they have the discipline and technical strength to pull it off. So, what's the takeaway from Bending Spoons' rise? This isn't just a story about one company buying another. It's about a European tech firm rewriting the playbook. Instead of chasing the next viral app, they've built a business by giving second lives to existing ones. Through sharp cost control, strong engineering, and bold decisions, Bending Spoons has turned itself into a billion-dollar powerhouse, a kind of digital phoenix factory where tired apps get reborn. Will their never sell, hold forever approach continue to work as they grow? Time will tell, but one thing's certain. They've proven that innovation doesn't always mean starting from scratch. Sometimes it means taking something old, bending the rules, and making it shine again. Thanks for joining this deep dive into Bending Spoons. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did. If you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe for more explorations of tech, business, and the people reshaping our digital world. Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and keep innovating. Goodbye.